guys, it's Hannah, and today I'm going to be talking about all the books that I am currently reading. It's been a bit since I've updated you all on the books that I've been reading, so I thought that it would be a good time to let you all know. I'm currently in the middle of 5 different books. Well, actually, I'm in the middle of 4, and I'm about to start a 5th one because I have no chill. But I've been absolutely loving everything I've been reading recently, so without any further ado, let's just get into them. The first book that I'm currently reading is Furyborn by Claire Legrand. This is our Fiction Faction Book Club book of the month, and we're working with Source Books this month, so thank you so much to them for sponsoring this video. But if you don't know what Fiction Faction is, it's basically this book club that I am a part of with Natasha from Tashopolis and Maureen from Maureen Kiwi, as well as Zoe from Read by Zoe, except she's not with us this month because she's currently studying abroad. And this month we have some special guest booktubers. We have Haley from Haley in Bookland and Naya from Naya Reads and Smiles. We're all reading Furyborn together this month, and then we're going to be doing a live show at the end of the month on Natasha's channel talking about all of our thoughts on this, and I am so incredibly excited. As of filming this, I'm about halfway through the book right now, and I'm absolutely loving it. If you don't know what it's about, it's basically like this epic fantasy story that takes place obviously in a fantasy world, and we follow around 2 different perspectives of these 2 different characters. First, we have the perspective of this girl who ends up saving her best friend, the Crown Prince, and then the world ends up finding out that she has the ability to do all 7 kinds of elemental magic, which is not a power that anyone is supposed to have unless they are part of this prophecy. And the second perspective takes place 1,000 years later, and we follow around this other character who has kind of become like an assassin, and she's embraced violence in her life, and then one day her mother ends up vanishing and she has to set out and find her. And then eventually the stories of these 2 different women intertwine, even though they take place 1,000 years apart. And it's phenomenal so far. I can't express how much I'm enjoying this. It sounds like exactly the type of thing I would like, and so far it is exactly the type of thing that I like, so I can't wait to discuss this with you all because it's going to be such a fun live show because I just have so many feelings and emotions. I will of course leave links to all the Furyborn and Fiction Faction info in the description box below if you want to go and check it out and join us for the live show. The next book that I'm currently reading is one that I actually mentioned in my last currently reading video, and that's because I haven't finished it yet. And that book is What I Lost by Alexandra Ballard. Like I said, I mentioned that I was reading this one in my last currently reading video, and I have made progress since then. I'm like almost halfway through the book right now, and at that point I'd only just started it, but I just didn't get around to finishing it because I went to Book Expo and BookCon, and then I was in Boston for a week with Sasha, and then I got distracted by other books, and it was just like a lot going on all at once, so I didn't have time to finish this one sadly, but I'm loving it so much. If you don't know what this book is about, it follows the story of the 16-year-old girl named Elizabeth who enters treatment for anorexia, and it takes place while she is in this treatment center. And then while she's there, she starts receiving these like little packages and gifts from a secret admirer that she thinks might be her ex-boyfriend. And yeah, I'm really loving the book so far. It's phenomenal, and it's just like exactly the contemporary that I needed, and I'm going to finish it very soon because I like need to. I've been reading it for too long at this point, but I have a feeling that it might end up becoming a favorite of mine because I'm just loving it that much. The next book I have here is one that I haven't technically started reading yet, but I know that this is going to be the next one that I pick up just because I keep eyeing it and I'm just like, I really want to read that. So I probably will within like the next day or 2, and that is A Very Large Expanse of Sea by Tahira Mafi. This is the arc of the book, so it doesn't have like the cover or anything yet. It's just like the blurbs that people have given it so far, and they all sound phenomenal, so I have really high expectations going into this. All I know about this book is that it follows the story of this Muslim girl post 9/11, and it's about her life and how she's treated and how people perceive her after the event, and I'm just so incredibly excited to read it. I met Tahira Mafi at Book Expo and BookCon this year, and she was so sweet. She was actually signing the book, so it is actually signed and personalized to me, and I'm really happy to have it, and I can't wait to pick it up very soon, and I just know that I'm going to love it. The next book that I'm currently reading is one that I'm just so happy that I'm even holding in my hands right now because wow, I've wanted this book for like over a year and it's finally here. And that book is Muse of Nightmares by Laini Taylor. I say it's here. It's not here yet. It comes out in October. This is the advanced copy, but I am so incredibly grateful to have it, and I've already started reading it. I'm on page 71. And I am absolutely loving every single word, but I'm also trying to savor it because 1, the book doesn't come out till October, so not many people have read it yet, which means that once I finish it, there aren't that many people that I can talk to about it, and I'm gonna need to talk about this book. And 2, I just don't want it to end because it's the finale. This is the 2nd book in the Strange the Dreamer series by Laini Taylor, and I just love that book so much, and so far I'm loving this one, but I know it's gonna break me, and I'm not prepared for it yet. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna be finishing this one actually pretty soon just because I just inhale this book because I love Laini Taylor's writing so much that I can't not just like be and live in this world all the time whenever I'm reading it. So yeah, I know I'm gonna finish it actually pretty quickly, even though I want to read it slowly slowly. So I think once I finish Furyborn, because that's definitely going to be the one I finish first, I am definitely going to pick up Muse of Nightmares next and finish it. I read them all simultaneously anyway, so who knows, I may finish this first. All I know is that I'm just not prepared for everything that this book is going to put me through. All the heartbreak, all the tears. Not prepared, but I need it. And lastly, the very last book that I am currently reading is one that I actually just started listening to on audiobook 2 days ago, and I am in love, like genuinely in love. And I knew that I would like this book because a lot of people were telling me that it's really good, and a lot of people have been reading it recently and saying that it's like one of their new favorite books. So I've been wanting to pick it up for a long time, but I never did for some reason until I started listening to the audiobook the other day, and now I'm hooked and I don't want to stop reading it. And that book is The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. This is actually an arc of the book, and I got this like way before it came out, obviously, because it's an advanced copy, and this book came out last June, so it's been a long time that I've had this on my shelf, and I never picked it up, and I don't know why, because it's so good. If you don't know what this book is about, it basically follows the story of this woman named Evelyn Hugo, who was like this famous actress in the 60s, and throughout the book, she is telling her life story to this journalist named Monique, and the book follows the perspective of Monique's life as well as Evelyn Hugo's life, as she's like recounting the stories that she has with her 7 husbands, as well as everything else that's happened in her life. So it's multiple perspectives. It takes place in multiple different times because it takes place in the 60s and 50s as well as in modern time. So it has so many different like facets to it, and I love that about it because it makes it very complex and well-rounded. And then apart from that, the writing is just really good. The themes of the story are incredible, and I am just obsessed with the actual plot. Like, it's so engaging, and oh my god, I'm like living for it. It has so much representation and so much diversity as well. Evelyn Hugo is Cuban and Monique is biracial. She's half black, half white. So like the main characters are characters of color, and there's a lot of representation of sexuality in here so far too, and I haven't even like gotten that far into it. I'm like not even that far, probably only like 50-60 pages into it, but I'm obsessed. It's so good. So yeah, totally took me by surprise. Even though I thought that I would like it, I'm enjoying it way more than I even thought I would. So yeah, I cannot wait to finish this one up. All right, so there you all have it. Those are all of the books that I am currently reading. I'll leave links to all these books in the description box below, as well as all of the Fiction Faction and Furyborn information. But that is it for this video. Let me know in the comments down below if you have read any of the books that I mentioned in this video. What are your thoughts on any of them? Also, are there any of these that you would like me to do like a review for? Because I definitely want to try and get more into the habit of doing more reviews. I know I say this all the time and I never do it, and I get so mad at myself, but I genuinely want to. So if there are any of these that you like really need to see a review for, please let me know. I am already planning on doing one for Muse of Nightmares, so besides Muse of Nightmares, are there any other ones that you'd like to see reviews for? I'd love to hear your thoughts. But that is it for this video. If you'd like to follow me on any of my social media to keep up with any of my other reading, all my links are in the description box as always. But thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!